66 million years ago, the Earth was a world of giants. For over 150 million years, dinosaurs had been the undisputed masters of our planet. They were a dynasty of unparalleled success, a testament to life's power to adapt and thrive. Imagine the final days of this era, the late Cretaceous period. The world was calm, the sky was vast and blue, ancient forests breathed in the warm air, and the oceans glittered under a sun that had seen it all. Dinosaurs of every shape and size roamed the continents. They were completely unaware that their time, their world, their very existence, far away hurtling through the silent darkness of space, was an assassin. A colossal asteroid 6 miles wide was on a collision course with Earth, traveling at an unimaginable 40,000 miles per hour. Picture a tranquil morning over what we now call the Yucatán Peninsula in Mexico. Vast herds of Triceratops graze peacefully in wide-open clearings. A lone Tyrannosaurus rex, the apex predator, prowls through tall ferns, its heavy footsteps thundering softly on the forest floor. In the ancient rivers, fish create ripples on the surface. The world is serene, warm, and pulsing with life. At first it's just a tiny pinprick, like a distant star that has appeared in the daylight, but it grows. They lift their massive heads. The light in the sky intensifies, growing brighter and brighter. The air itself begins to feel different, growing hotter. The asteroid, a mountain of rock and ice miles wide, began its final, fiery descent. As it tore through the upper atmosphere, the air itself screamed in protest. On the ground, the world held its breath. Trees bent as if before a hurricane. The very ground began to vibrate with a deep, ominous hum. For the small creatures, the survivors of deep time, the first warning was a strange warmth spreading through the soil. Tiny, rodent-like multituberculates scurried deeper into their burrows, a primal instinct kicking in. This strategy had saved their ancestors before. Perhaps it would save them again. High above the ancient forests, the flying pterosaurs shrieked in confusion. The air around them began to shimmer and warp, a bizarre optical illusion that heralded the end. Then, the sky, once a familiar blue, bleached to an intense, blinding white. Near what is now the Gulf Coast of Mexico, the asteroid slammed into the planet. The impact was cataclysmic, a force beyond human comprehension. It blasted a crater more than 90 miles wide and miles deep, vaporizing the very bedrock. The first to perish were those closest to the impact, colossal creatures like the towering Ankylosaurus. They felt nothing. One moment they were there, the next, they were gone. Their massive bodies turned instantly to ash and plasma in an explosion that dwarfed all the nuclear weapons on Earth combined. A silent shockwave, a ripple in reality, raced outwards faster than the speed of sound. Forests that had stood for millennia were flattened in an instant. Mountains trembled and shed their peaks in massive landslides. The seas recoiled from the coast, only to surge back as colossal tsunamis, hundreds of feet high, that would scour the continents. Hundreds of miles away, dinosaurs like the dome-headed Pachycephalosaurus and the armored Ankylosaurus were thrown from their feet as the ground bucked and rolled like a wounded beast. The mighty Quetzalcoatlus, with its fighter-jet wingspan, was plucked from the sky as the air churned with unimaginable turbulence. This wall of fire ignited everything in its path. Birds that took to the air to escape the shaking ground were incinerated as the atmosphere itself superheated to oven-like temperatures. Dinosaurs writhed in agony as the blinding, searing heat cooked the world around them. The sky, now dark with debris, began to rain fire. Trillions of tons of pulverized rock and molten droplets, these tiny glass beads, called swirls, re-entered the atmosphere like a meteor shower, heating up until they glowed. It was a rain of fire, falling on every square inch of the planet's surface as set the world ablaze. And with their demise, the mighty carnivores, the apex predators like Tyrannosaurus rex, soon followed. All across the world, giants fall. A deafening silence descends upon the earth as the last of the titans breathes its final breath. The air, thick with dust and ash, chokes the very life from the planet. For months, a perpetual twilight blankets the globe, a grim shroud over a dying world. The thunderous footsteps that once shook the continents are gone, replaced by an eerie, unsettling quiet. This isn't just the end of an era, it's the end of a world. The great age of reptiles, a reign that lasted for 150 million years, has met a sudden, cataclysmic end. The sky itself, once their domain, has become their executioner. But even in this desolate landscape of death and decay, life, tenacious and stubborn, clings on. Deep within hidden burrows nestled beneath the scorched earth, tiny sparks of existence endure. These are the mammals, our distant ancestors. They are small, warm-blooded, and perpetually hungry, but most importantly, they are adaptable. While the colossal herbivores starved, these small creatures survived on what remained: seeds, insects, roots, and the scraps of a broken food chain. They are the meek, poised to inherit an earth cleansed by fire. They are the quiet survivors in a world that has fallen silent, waiting for their chance, waiting for the dawn of a new age. Alongside them, another lineage of survivors emerges from the ashes. They are the descendants of the very giants that just perished, a testament to evolution's incredible resilience. Small, feathered dinosaurs, the ones we now call birds, find their niche in this new, harsh reality. Their beaks, perfectly evolved tools, crack open the last remaining seeds. They flit between the skeletal remains of once mighty forests, their chirps a fragile melody in the profound silence. They are delicate, a stark contrast to their fearsome ancestors, but they represent a crucial link to the past and a beacon of hope for the future. The skies, once dominated by pterosaurs the size of small aeroplanes, will now belong to them. The age of giants is over. In the quiet that follows, their era begins. The recovery is painfully slow. It takes months, an eternity of darkness, before the sunlight can pierce the thick veil of dust and once again warm the planet's surface. Years pass before the first green shoots tentatively push their way through the ash-covered soil, the first signs of forests reborn. Centuries crawl by as ecosystems, shattered and broken, begin the arduous process of rebuilding themselves, piece by painstaking piece. The world that rises from this global catastrophe is not the world that fell. It is a ghost of its former self, forever changed, forever scarred. The dinosaurs, those magnificent rulers of the Mesozoic, are gone. The stage is now set for a new cast of characters. The land, once a stage for thunderous titans, will one day echo with the footsteps of mammals. From those tiny, burrowing survivors will rise a staggering diversity of life. Mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and eventually, us. The seas will teem with new predators, and the skies will be filled with the songs of birds. This cataclysm, this mass extinction event, paving the way for the world we know today. It's a humbling reminder of the sheer power of nature and the fragility of dominance. From the heart of devastation came an incredible rebirth. From the purifying fire, a new world was forged. And though the dinosaurs are gone, their memory is etched into the very fabric of our planet. The earth remembers their thundering footsteps. We find their story in every fossil unearthed, in every ancient stone, in every shadow cast by the immense sweep of time. They are a tribute to the giants that once ruled this earth. A solemn reminder that even the mightiest can fall. Thank you for joining us on this journey back in time. If you were moved by this epic story of destruction and rebirth, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories from the deep past. Let us know in the comments which epic event you'd like us to explore next.